So let's do something a little different today. Let's add a new shape. I want to add a sun right here. It's going to be a little tricky because of the translucency, of course, of watercolor. It's like, how can we just add a sun there? Because there's other colors behind it. Those are going to affect it. And we're just going to work with that. But I think that it'll be good to well, I have a few reasons that I think it'll look nice, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to use a round brush. I'm going to use the smaller round brush for this. It's going to be really important that I work fast here. And then I can add more pigment once I get the shape that I'm going for. Look at how much paint this brush is holding that I haven't actually had to add any paint this whole time. I added a little water at the beginning. And now that I have the beginning of that sun outlined, I might change the shape of that, but the basic shape is set. I'm going to drop in more paint. Oh, I think that's just a breath of fresh air to get a new shape on this palette. And I was really feeling like I needed that in that space to balance it out. And also, I think that it will help. It basically makes these blue sections look like part of the horn, which I love, instead of looking so much like part of the sky. And I almost always put sun somewhere in my landscapes. When I was little, I used to love painting sunsets. I would just do them in like different color schemes and lots and lots of them. I really enjoyed that. And later I started um, putting the sun usually somewhere kind of in this area of the piece of whatever I'm working on for landscapes. If you're watching, I have a few products sponsored. They're all things that I would recommend if you're looking to get started. I have um, a little watercolor set and some paper, a set of fine detail brushes, and a set of watercolor brushes, and I think some watercolor paper that that looks very nice. That's the same type that I am working with today. Yeah, I'm super happy with this. I don't want to overwork it for today, so I'm gonna maybe just play with the edge a little bit. But yeah, I want to let that sit, and then it'll probably be done, but I might add a little more pigment. I do want it to be really high pigment because it's doing a good job of um, obscuring the colors behind it, which aren't too heavy to begin with. But anyways, let me see who's in here. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Just working on this painting. It's called Giselle. I've been working on it for a really long time. I'm going to turn the canvas because I think I'm going to use some of this yellow that's on my brush in some other areas of the body of the Giselle. So it's funny how you can just, add one thing and all of a sudden a painting that you've been working on for a long time like this is like a different painting. Let me know what you think of the sun I added around her antlers. I'm going to add some water to kind of blend that in the areas I just added all that bright yellow. This shade of yellow I'm working with, all of a sudden it just reminded me that it reminds me of turmeric. Sorry. Beautiful, beautiful. I really like that. I'm gonna add a little more. Welcome, everyone. It's a little hard for me to see comments, but I am checking if you want to add anything or ask anything. Hey, I am not sure how long it's been, but I am feeling really good about where this piece is at for today. I went over all of the areas I wanted to with these really bright yellows. I'm really happy with how that sun is starting to dry. I think maybe I'll drop in a little more of this lemon yellow while it's still active, but drier than it was. But yeah, like I always say, you don't want to overwork it. So um, I'll add a little bit here. No, I could try to blend this in more, but I just decided that line looks nice the way it is. We'll see how much it blurs out as it diffuses with that darker yellow. Um, it looks like it was a little drier than this area, so it's like holding that shape a little more, and I think that's going to have a really cool effect we're starting to see. And uh, I'll see you guys next studio session to see how this uh, session of experimenting with watercolor turns out.